Preliminary final. It's the Borough that lead by 11 points heading into the last quarter.
Howard and Riley do the ruck work. Howard reaches over the top. Tap down comes to Nyko, though. So Montmorency will get the first foray forward. Big fly over the top. Mark almost taken, but it falls into the hands of Will McFawn. So Greensborough repel out of defence. Johnston's kick is smothered. And it's just bouncing every way. No one able to take clean possession of it. And it will be wrapped up. Ben Money laying the tackle. So it was Andrew Narco for Greensborough laying the tackle in that situation. Holmes comes out of this stoppage, snaps one inside forward 50 for the Magpies. Hands off to Lentini, snaps towards goal. Just doesn't curl around enough. And Marcus Lentini has the first score on the board for Montmorency in this final quarter. And he's gone forward.
Well, that's the big move that Nick Rutley has made to start this final term. Lentini starting forward. And it's Lockie Hill who seems to have the job on him to start this final term.
That'd be an interesting move. We know Lentini can kick goals. He almost got one early in this game. It'll be Johnston for the Borough again to clear things. He's going to go broadcast side with this kick. Here's where the Torment can fly as well. Brindley almost came from a couple deep but couldn't take the mark. It's going to be wrapped up instead. Another standout performance today from Tom Brindley. He's on his own in this contest as well. Tap from Howard almost got to Brindley. Holmes dropped footy. So we'll go again. Minute and a half gone. Last term, the margin's at 10 points in favour of Greensborough. A quarter away from finding out who will be the other side in the Melbourne Grounds Division 1 Grand Final to take on Heidelberg next week. We're going to get another stoppage. It's going to make for a big last quarter. Stoppage central so far. Both rucks getting a tap. I think a high contact there for Andrew Narco. He'll get the free. So he's got it defensive side of the wing broadcast side. McCubbin makes a good lead for him and he's going to go in that direction. Almost cut off on that occasion by Doyle. McCubbin lost his footy, tried to tap it to an advantage. It's Crick instead that picks up the footy. His handball not great either. Andrew Narco straight back into the action. And we're going to have another ball up between wing and half forward. For Montmorency, as a few players exchange some words, and Holmes is slow to his feet. In fact, the umpire's going to just keep things going for the time being. It's punched towards half forward here for Montmorency. Holmes involved again. Clever handball, and it works for Crick. He's got it over now to Patterson. He's not going to be able to swing that back. Will it get the distance anyway? Sievers kills the footy. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the pocket for the Magpies.
That's a good result there for Montmorency, even though the kick from Patterson wasn't ideal. It was a set shot. It was a shot on goal by the looks of it, but it just drifted across the face. But boundary throw-in, still a good result.
Riley's able to get the tap down, but it's come down to Andrew Narco. His quick snap falls in the hands of Corey Sleep. And he marks about 40 metres out from goal on a slight angle. And a big opportunity to take this margin back to single digits early in this final quarter for Montmorency. He's kicked 18 goals in his 20 games so far this season, has Corey Sleep. And now it comes in towards the market end of Preston City Oval. Sends it on its way, but just hangs it out to the left-hand side. And another minor score. And just notice as that was happening, Marcus Lentini came off. He's chatting to the trainers. He was shaking his head for a moment there, so it might be an injury concern. That's why the move might have been made to go forward in this last quarter.
Yeah, still in a bit of pain as well, so keep an eye out. Meanwhile, the kick out towards the Chubb direction. Holmes is in there as well. That ball almost spilled out. O'Sullivan got it over to Andrew Narco, who was outside of the stoppage. Hasler, confronted by Sleep, lost the footy. Greensborough looking to push this forward. O'Sullivan, picked up by Brodie Jones. This 5-10-40 scoreline, I believe, the same scoreline that Montmorency produced last week in the second semi-final defeat to Heidelberg. But this time they're in a much more winnable position. Spills away from the stoppage. Holmes again. Just got away from the Andrew Narco tackle. And right on the Northern Football Netball League logo, the umpire says, give it to me. We'll go again. It's again Riley and Howard to do the ruck work. Tap from Riley. And getting wrapped up is Hasler. Howard, of course, the best on ground winner in the reserves grand final for Bundoora 2 years ago. Before coming across to Greensborough last year, has been a terrific asset for this Borough side since joining the club. There he is again, getting the hit out. Hasler with a big tackle, a dangerous tackle though. So the free kick goes the way of Montmorency. It's going to be Jordan Gillard. No, in fact, it's going to be Cameron Nyko who's got it true centre wing broadcast side. Now, where does he go with the kick? He's just going to chip it short to Lentini, who's come back onto the ground. Lentini gets that ball towards the pocket, off hands. Still a chance here for the Magpies. Snapping from the boundary, here's Aaron Dahl. It goes across the face, and then Ben Ham able to kill the footy. Tim, the Magpies are pressing.
They certainly are. They just need to translate that into goals at the moment because it's been all inside their forward half to start this final term. They're really applying the pressure, and it just feels like a matter of when they're going to kick this first goal of this final term.
Howard gets the tap down, but it's as far as a Montmorency opponent, and it was Ben Patterson who was dispossessed as he tried to burst through and take the kick. So Ben Ham with it in the back pocket for Greensborough. He's going to go long to the outer side. He's got Fisher going for the fly, an unrealistic attempt, and it's given away a free kick back to Montmorency. And now the short trip across goes to Gardner, who will look to send the Magpies back inside their forward 50. On the lead. Mark is taken. Is it Batchelor once again? It is. And just got a couple of metres of separation between him and his defender. And took the strong mark for Montmorency. Worked his way into this game well in the second half. Has Lockie Batchelor. And will kick for his second goal. On a tight angle. Sends it on its way. Umpire likes it. So do the Montmorency fans behind the market end goals. Lockie Batchelor has 2. And this game is back to 3 points the margin. Greensborough 7-7-49, leading Montmorency 6-10-46.
Fantastic goal for the Magpies, and Lockie Batchelor just had the foot speed there just to get a few metres away from his opponent in Jack Johnson, who we know is fast himself. So really great effort there from Lockie Batchelor, and wasn't an easy set shot either. Had to take his time after seeing a few of his teammates miss earlier in this quarter. But now at the margin under a goal, and Montmorency are pressing.
The closest the margin has been since the 13-minute mark of the opening term. Back in the middle we go. Can the Magpies keep it going? Lentini now in the middle. Got the handball away to Crick. Confronted heavily by the Borough man in Ferranado. Ball spills away. O'Sullivan, Brindley, handball away to Walsh. 55 and closing. Chipping ball's a nice one. Smith can't take the mark. McCubbin's there as well. Can't get it either. And Walsh coming in. Umpires want holding. Greensborough want holding the footy. Umpire says no doing. And the umpire's going to call for this ball. The Borough led by as much as 24 points in this game. Brindley getting the tap. Glenn goes in hard to later bump. O'Sullivan can't get rid of the footy, but he was caught high anyway. Couple of Magpies down. One of them's Nyko, the other Lentini. Both okay on their feet. And Tom O'Sullivan, only to 4 goals this year for the midfielder. And he's handed it off to Johnston on the paint of 50. It's not going to come back. It's going to stay in play though. Mark almost taken by Fisher. It's punched back to his direction. Keeps his feet. Fisher misses to the right. That would have been a marvellous goal for the Borough. The margin now at 4 points.
What a goal that would have been for Benjamin Fisher. He did all the hard work. He turned his opponent, shrugged the tackle, and the easiest thing he had left was just to slot the goal, but not to be for Greensborough.
Billy Jenkins takes a couple of running bounces out of defence for Montmorency. Sends a long ball. Big fly, Batchelor!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. That was an unbelievable leap over the pack. And Lockie Batchelor almost pulled down one of the great finals marks.
Oh, my God.
Over his head and out of bounds.
The height on that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Got the perfect sit, did Lockie Batchelor, having an impact in this second half. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Smith gets the tap down to O'Sullivan. He's wrapped up immediately right on the Northern Football Netball League logo.
Oh, boy.
If you are just joining us, it is a 4-point margin, 10 minutes into the final quarter. Greensborough hold the lead. Smith gets the tap down. Lentini goes in, so does O'Sullivan. Neither able to take possession. Nash Holmes rips it out. But umpire calls for it before that, so we'll have another stoppage on this broadcast wing. Smith and Riley doing the ruck work. There's a free kick being paid against Nash Holmes to Christian Farinado. And it is going to be Greensborough looking to go forward. Short chip kick finds O'Sullivan. Lentini on the mark, gives the hands to Aiton Delaney, who'll send Greensborough inside forward 50. Montmorency have the numbers. Fisher's in there for the Borough, can't take the mark, bring it to ground. A big pack of players forming on top of this one. And it will be wrapped up inside forward 50 for the Borough, with a chance to get this lead back out to double digits.
Umpire tosses it up. Punched away by Riley, straight to O'Sullivan, grabbed it on the full. Handball now to McCubbin, who just snaps towards goal. Now, was it touch? No, umpire says it was on the full. This game certainly has gone up a few notches. So Billy Jenkins now has it in the back pocket. Called to play on, goes down the line. Is there another fly coming? Batchelor tries, and this time he does take the mark. Didn't get as high as he did just moments ago, but nonetheless completes the grab. But then that kick to Holmes was flirting with danger. But he just keeps it in play. Holmes right in front of our commentary position. Lots of height on this footy. Didn't get much purchase on it. Not many flew in the end. Gardner almost got it. Chance for Butcher. Lentini again. Can he keep this in front of him? He has only one person helping. It's Crick. Spun out of the way. Gave it back to Lentini. Great pressure coming from Panham. Ball spilled away. Umpire says it's going, I think, back to Lentini. Must have been a hold there of some sort. Lentini's going to play on. Sends it inside 50. Money's pushed his opponent out the way illegally. And Patterson will have a chance to put Montmorency in front in this preliminary final. He's got 2 already today. And he's looking for his 150th senior goal, Ben Patterson. What a time it would be for him to get it. The man on the mark standing about 35, 40 metres out from goal. A chance here for Ben Patterson. Montmorency have not led in this game since the 10-minute mark of the first term. Does Patterson change that now? 40 metres out, comes in, got it! The Magpies have hit the front. A third goal for Ben Patterson. And Magpies lead by 2 points, 7-10-52. Greensborough 7-8-50. Almost 13 minutes gone last term. And the game is in the Magpies' favour.
Certainly is, and it's been coming. The Magpies have just been able to use an onslaught of pressure, and they've got their reward now. They've got the 2 goals for the term, got themselves back in front, and they've battled hard this term, and it's delirium for the Magpies fans at the moment.
Butcher rises over the top of Smith to get that tap down, roves his own work, kicks it inside forward 54, Montmorency. Almost taking clean possession as Patterson once again, but he has to lay the tackle on Lockie Hill. And umpire will throw the ball up on the paint of 50 metres towards the market end. Play resumes. Smith is able to get the tap down. Lentini sharks it, chased by Farinado. Gets the handball over to Jenkins, who goes to Gillard. He's going to go with an underground handball towards Patterson, towards goal. And has gone out of bounds on the full. It might have been Corey Sleep, actually.
Yep.
And out of bounds on the full. So Joseph Aiton Delaney will take the free kick on the last line of defence for Greensborough.
14 minutes gone. Magpies have hardly led in this encounter, but they do right now. Aiton Delaney with the highest of footies. Lots of flies off multiple hands. Sievers and Smith, I reckon, got in the way of each other in that contest. None of them were able to claim the mark, and the umpire still will reward Greensborough with a holding the ball free kick. So they've got it at half back. Bit of confusion, but it is Greensborough's ball. They'll go down the line with this kick. It was a tough one, but it got to money. It's a bit of a hush over Preston City Oval. Money goes towards the direction of a couple of Greensborough tools. One of them was Seavers, but the mark's taken by the Montmorency defender. And they'll just look to win possession of this footy. It's Brodie Jones who took the mark. He'll just chip it barely to 15, but it gets to Gardner. Gardner's going to go to sleep in the middle. He's been terrific in this last quarter. Sleep still defensive side on the centre wing. He's going to keep moving it forward. Crick just takes the mark. Crick unsure of where to go next. Hesitates and then opts to go towards the broadcast side. Very poor kick. Lentini, though, is going to win a push in the back free kick. Just doing a bit too much there was Johnston. So Lentini goes towards half forward. It was a good spot up kick in the end. Mark taken here by Patterson, the last goal kicker. 70 out from home. Floats it inside 50. Riley got a hand onto it. Lots of numbers around. Free kick to Greensborough. And they will reset by the looks of it, the Borough. It's going to be, I think, a 50-metre penalty as well. So this time Greensborough being the beneficiary of a 50-metre penalty. So Money's going to be marched to centre half back. Now he'll play on with nobody on the mark. He'll spear it down the corridor and he finds Brindley. Brindley's got the handball received. Here's O'Sullivan. Opted to go with the kick inside. Mark was, well, almost taken. In fact, was by Kane. Kane goes towards the outer side. Picked up by Braden Gillard. He's going to take Money on. Gillard down the line. Holmes is there. Fisher came in hard to affect the spoil, but he did so illegally. So Holmes has got it, and he's just very sore as he looks to pick up this footy. Holmes is still too far out to score. Can he just bomb this one long for the Magpies? That's what he tends to do. Big fly, Batchelor! A proven game changer. He's doing so again. And Lockie Batchelor, who's copped the full force of that attempt at mark, and he's taken it well. He's sore, but it looks like he'll be okay to go back. And he'll also now look for his third and push this margin out to 8 points. He does look very sore still, hands on knees, but he brushes the trainer away. He's only going to kick from about 25, 30 metres out from goal for an 8-point lead for the Magpies in this preliminary final. No worries at all. 3 for Batchelor. And the margin is 8 points. 8-10-58. Greensborough 7-8-50. 18 minutes gone. Last quarter.
What a quarter Lockie Batchelor is having. He's just thrown himself with the footy time and time again. And the high flyer is making a difference for the Magpies. We said at the start of this game, with no Fitzgerald in this side, the goals would have to come from other avenues. And with 3 on the board for Lockie Batchelor, he is proving to be a difference maker in this preliminary final. And with a lead now out to 8 points approaching time on, it is desperate times for Greensborough.
Howard gets tapped down to Hasler, who's held before he took possession. So he'll look to send Greensborough back towards forward 50. He's got Ham, who's got McCormack to contend with. McCormack punches that one towards the boundary line. And umpire says, throw it back in.
Jeez, that was a pretty deliberate attempt at getting it out of bounds, but fair play.
As the umpire throws it back in right in front of our commentary position. Howard's first to it. Taps it down towards Panham. He's going to break away from Sleep. Sleep almost catches him. Panham hurdles him. And Sleep lays the tackle. But he's tripped him on the way through. So Panham will have it. Sends Greensborough inside forward 50. McCubbin on the lead. Takes the mark. Wheels around straight away. Kicks towards goal. Got Severs on the goal line. Mark taken. Angus Severs moved into defence early in this last quarter, but has gone back forward when Greensborough need goals on the board. And he's going to have to snap around the body for his third of the day. Snaps it and kicks truly. And margin back to 2 points. Angus Severs has 3 on the day. And Greensborough 8-8-56, trailing Montmorency 8-10-58.
Well, that's a huge mark there from Angus Sievers. Contested in the pocket, and then not only taking the mark, but having the composure to go back in a big moment and snap it true and send it back within 2 points in front of a large contingent of Greensborough fans down that end of the ground. And we're in for a grandstand finish here at Preston City Oval.
The last 3 goals have come from players that have kicked their third of the afternoon, and Sievers now joins the list. Back in the middle, we're into time on to the prelim final. Just 2 points separates the pair. Now the Magpies looking to clear it away. The handball game works. Dozzy is trying to evade the tackle. Did so just in time. Lentini's been magnificent. Sends it inside 50 and in the hole. It's the Borough. They've taken a lot of intercept marks. They go off their line, though. Very hesitant. 2-on-1 in favour of the Magpies. Dozzy almost claimed the mark. Able to get it down to ground level. Ferranado with a toe poke. Tough one here to pick up for Fitzgerald. Lost the footy. One back by Jenkin. His kick smothered by Johnston. Still in play. Jenkin came again. Did really well, but did not dispose of it correctly. Pressure has gone up a notch in this preliminary final. Ball back in the hands of Greensborough. They're at half back. Down the line, broadcast side is where they'll opt to go. Very high ball. Who can fly greatest? Brindley. Outstanding mark.
What a grab.
Still defensive side of the wing. He's going to go towards half forward with this kick. It's not going to work for Greensborough. Standing in the hole and doing really well there is Holmes. Holmes will just look to chew up a bit of clock. 21 and a half gone last term. Laterally, he finds Jenkin, the stand-in captain today. And they're just happy to chip it around for now. Greensborough, you feel, got to tighten up. Patrick Dozzy's got it. Very close to the boundary. They'll just go back to Jenkin. They're finding space here, Montmorency. 22 minutes gone now, last quarter. Oh, he went for Holmes, but he slipped. Picked up by Panham. Just got boots a ball in time. McCubbin slips as well. Bouncing ball inside 50. Picked up by Binion. Looking for Jenkin. Intercepted by Ferranado. Can the teenager be the match winner? His kick is too wide. Out of bounds on the full. Montmorency possession. Defensive 50. 22 and a half gone last term.
Probably just had a couple more seconds than he expected, but the pressure of finals footy will do that to you. 22 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter. It is a 2-point ball game. Montmorency with the lead. Winner to face Heidelberg next Saturday. Big fly comes from the kick in, comes to ground. Ferranado has it. Handball over to Andronacco. He gives it over, but take it over the boundary line is Zach Hart. And it will be thrown back into play inside forward 50 for Greensborough. It will be Howard going up against Butcher in the ruck contest. Howard has front position, takes it out, snaps towards the top of the goal square. Has Sievers down there. He gets rid of his opponent. Takes possession, hands to Johnston. Wheels around to the right boot. And the short kick. Can't find a target in Glenn. And now Montmorency looking to get away through Lentini.
And Chubb's going to hand it along to Green. They've got numbers on the outer side. Montmorency, they can get the knockout blow if it all works away. He was looking for Patterson. Mark was dropped. Patterson's still alive here. McFawn now. They're in defensive 50 to Borough. Had to handball it to anybody. So much going on. We're going to have a stoppage. We're going to have a stoppage inside forward 50 for Montmorency. They lead by 2 points. We're now about to approach the 24-minute mark. The quarters have not been long today. Rucks are going at it. Clearance by Hasler. High ball to a one-on-one. Brindley got a fist to it. They try to keep it moving forward here, Greensborough, but it's not going anywhere. Centre wing out of side. We're going to have yet another stoppage. The players quickly form. Howard's rushing to get to this contest. He'll be up against Butcher. Howard gets the tap, looking for Hasler. Holmes is there as well. Did enough to get it over to Lentini. His kick, though, smothered. Bouncing ball towards the boundary line is Johnston. And they might want the boundary line here. Both sets of players. It's going to happen now. Who knows how long to go. 24 and a half gone last term. Boundary throw-in on the outer side. The Magpies lead by just 2 points. Howard and Butcher to go at it again. Howard getting the tap. Hasler doing his best to get it forward. Too many numbers around this contest. It does spill away. Dozzy did well. Goes all the way back to Gardner. Able to get past Glenn and Panham. Now sends a high ball. It's too wide. Out of bounds on the full. The Borough are going to go.
It's going to be Walsh with the kick on the half-back flank for Greensborough. It's going to go long down the wing with this one. Can't find a target. Brody Glenn was there. So was Ben Ham. Umpire will throw the ball back in on centre wing, outer side. It's a 2-point game. We've ticked over 25 minutes in this final quarter. Howard lead Butcher to the ball. Gets the tap down. Dozzy's in there. So is Hasler. Hasler laying the tackle. And we'll have another ball up on the wing.
It's just so intense, this game. Who knows if there's anything left in it. Howard, Lentini, he's able to run away. He opts to handball over to Patterson. They're going to go inside 50 again. Here the Magpies, no, just outside, but the mark's taken by Lockie Batchelor. He's 60 out from goal. He's just going to slow things down. And I think the umpire will allow him the time to have a shot. That could be enough. 26 minutes gone. Batchelor is going to line up. He'll kick from 60. It would send this crowd into a frenzy if he got it. Batchelor gives it all his might to the top of the goal square. Mark almost taken, trying to get Boots a ball is Butcher. Butcher still a chance and almost rushed through. No, still in play.
Scoop
Umpire
throw.
said it was a throw, and the Greensborough faithful are holding their breath. They've got to go coast to coast. Johnson's going to start it all. Told to go back on his line. It's Aiton Delaney, in fact. Now time back on, 26 and a half gone. Is there anything left?
Oh.
Dangerous kick, marked by Hart though. They've got to move from end to end. Is that half back for Greensborough? Down the line, the broadcast side, Jenkin! Jenkin all on his own. Marks on centre wing, and that is it! The Magpies are back in the grand final. They had to do it the hard way, but they are there. And they will have another crack at Heidelberg in next week's decider. What jubilation from the Magpies. Heartbreak for Greensborough, whose fairy tale run comes to an end. But it's the Magpies who move to the Division 1 Grand Final for the first time in 11 years. And are one game away from breaking their 45-year senior men's premiership drought. Full time at Preston City Oval. Montmorency 8-10-58. Defeat Greensborough 8-8-56.